Hello, everyone. It is Coach K. I am so glad to have you here on this Freedom Path Saturday. We are here to have a webinar. I am so glad to have you here. We've got a few moments before we come in, about 3 minutes before we get started. I'd like for you to let me know where you are zooming in from. Today is going to be a blitz Saturday. We've got some wonderful, wonderful things going on today. And again, I am so glad to have you here. Thank you. Thank whoever invited you. Go ahead and thank them early because you are in the right place at the right time. Hi, Richmond, Virginia. Steve, great to meet you. Thank you so very much for coming aboard. Thank you so much. If you all are not familiar with Zoom, if you look at the bottom of your screen, you are going to have some icons. The fourth icon says chat. You can actually click in the chat and communicate with us because we are going to be asking you questions and just having you just be interactive with us today. So you still have about 2 minutes to either get your team members on the call or those you have invited on the call today. We are so excited about having you here again. Please chime in the chat section. Let me know where you are coming from. We like to know who we're talking to. We are positioned all across the United States. It looks like we have another participant coming in. Looks like we have our own Coach Kev that is gearing up. We've got Minnesota in the house. Thank you so very much for coming. We appreciate your attendance on today. We've got Richmond, Virginia in the house. Thank you, Richmond, Virginia. Steve, we've got Tiffany West from Texas. Thank you so much. We've got Yolanda Mead in Delaware. That is one of the leaders that's in this company. We are so excited to have her here. We've got Cheryl in the building from Connecticut. Shout out to Connecticut. We also have a host from Pembroke Pines, Florida. We've got Robin from Cincinnati, Ohio. Guys, do you see how far we are stretching across this United States? It is so very, very exciting to be here with you today. And again, you have a few minutes to get some other people on the line. We've got Vicky from Georgia. Hi, Vicky. We've got Karen from Philadelphia. Hi, Karen. I'm Karen too. We also have Alicia from Connecticut. We just have people that are chiming in all across. This is going to be a power packed call because we have one of the top leaders in this business is going to co-host this with me. We have Coach Kev on the line, excited about having him here on this Saturday. Again, this is Freedom Path Saturday. We're going to be blitzing all day and all night. We have Naples, Florida. I told you guys last night I did a contract in Naples. It's beautiful there. Absolutely love Naples. And this is being recorded, Steve. Thank you for asking. We have Barbara from Florida and we have Daniel from Florida. So it is 11:02. We believe in beginning on and starting on time. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you all. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Dr. Karen Wharton. They call me Coach K because I have been coaching individuals for over 14 years in business, both nationally and internationally. And I just look forward to working with you guys. So today we're going to be talking about this miraculous company called Freedom Path. And I call it miraculous because in 3 weeks, we have literally changed the lives of individuals who have joined. I have been in the financial industry for many, many years, over 30 years. And I can tell you this, I've never seen anything quite like this. So you are blessed to be here on today. And again, thank the person that got you here. Again, I'm Dr. Karen Wharton. I am so excited to be with you and just be ready to take notes. We're going to answer questions for you at the end. This is the future of financial services. If you have not heard, just Google FinTech. And what you're going to find out is that it is an integrated technology. Basically, we are marrying finances with technology to make things move faster. You no longer have to wait forever to get your money. You know this because you have apps on your phone that can move money from one place to the next in a matter of seconds. What it took humans 4 days to do, it takes AI now 4 seconds to do. So that's just, an example of how fast fintech is taking over. And you got to understand, you're in the best place at the best time, because in 2030, it is spoken that it's going to be a $700 billion industry. Now, that's with the B. So you have to understand, if you're in this 5 years before that, that means that you are at the beginning of this momentum. And when that momentum takes you up, because you're in the right place, you're going to be able to ride the wave. How do I know that? We've got things out there like electronic currency that started and nobody believed in it. Now it has made people multimillionaires because they what got in the front of it. The traditional financial system just isn't working because it moves money too slow with the checks and balances. If you have I have any accountants on the call, put a one in the chat. It's because it takes a lot to work with the debits and the credits when you're working with human beings. But when you have a system in place that is driven by AI, it's done a great deal faster. And it's going to allow financial services to be accessible to the underserved populations. It is leveling the playing field, guys. And I love that. Now, this is a screen that I don't love that much just because the statistics really show us where we are. But listen, you can't heal what you don't reveal. So we have to know where we are so we can grow from it. 64% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So what that looks like is, if you have a financial emergency, that emergency could just wipe you completely out. Most Americans don't have an emergency fund at all, meaning if something happens, what are they going to do? And we have just seen that with the storms that we've had in North Carolina and both in Florida, around the same time. Individuals had to evacuate. What if you didn't have gas money? What if you didn't have food to put in the car to feed you when you evacuated? What if you didn't have money for a hotel when you fled the scene? Many people didn't get to evacuate, not because they were not being obedient. They didn't have extra income for even gas. 43% 43 million Americans have a credit score of a 599 or below. So what that means is, when you are going to a bank to get a loan and you want the best rate, you want to start at about a 680. So that means if you are a 599, you are below prime. You can get what you want, but boy, oh boy, will you pay extra for it. They're going to add extra interest to make up from that gap from 599 to 680. You don't want to pay extra because you don't have the right score. 57% of Americans adults are financially unhealthy, meaning they struggle with paying bills. And listen, inflation is inflation. What if they raised our paychecks as much as inflation went up? Unfortunately, that did not happen. So things are costing more in the grocery store, at the gas tank, in the regular stores. It didn't stop people from spending over 10 million yesterday, but at the same time, inflation has gone up more than people's paychecks. So people are really outspending what they make. 66% of Americans cannot pass a basic financial literacy test. That means they don't understand compounded interest. They don't understand interest rates. They don't understand prime. And many don't understand how important it is to make sure that their businesses are set up, if they have them, or that their credit is where it needs to be, whether it be business credit or personal credit. But guess what? We have the solution. And the solution is FreedomPath. We are extremely excited about this company that was founded in 2022. Why? Because just because the company is new does not mean the owners are new. They are not new to the industry at all. They have been working in the industry for over 30 years. And when you have a specialist in mortgages, and then you have or mortgages and loans and lending, and then you have a specialist in the technology field, and you marry that, you have got the makings of a very strong company. Couple that with 100% being owned by them privately. That's the icing on the cake. When you own your own business, then you don't have to succumb to breaking rules or breaking laws because you don't own it. Because they own it, they make sure that their regulatory requirements are in place. How do I know that? Because I've been in the banking industry for over 30 years. And what I do know is that they are heavily compliant because they don't want to grow something big to have a lawsuit later. Their mission, our mission, is to help 1 million people, and we need help doing that. You can look at the excellent reviews we have, the Google reviews, and the fact that we have an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That is just, I don't know about you, but is anybody else excited? Put you are excited. Listen, you're here on a Saturday morning. You could be doing anything else. You're here for a reason. Get excited about being in this place at this time because we're about to change many things for you. The Freedom Path independent business model looks like this. We have a traditional financial services, and yes, in the past, we paid thousands and millions of dollars for TV, internet advertising. These business owners decided, you know what, we're going to go with the direct sales model because when we do that, we can take our financial services directly to the customer. We can cut out the middleman and then pass those savings along to our distributors, pass it along to our brokers, and put more money in our services so we have top notch services. That was wisdom. So, our independent business model works like this: we empower people to earn by helping others. Don't you want to help people? I know that there are people, if you want to help people, put a 1 in the chat. We want to provide equal and equitable access to financial services. I tell people a lot of times it is unfair to sit at a chess table with the rules to checkers. And when we're working with financial services, a lot of times that is what happens. Now, everybody is going to have the same rules so that we have the same ability to play the game. We're going to create income opportunities for others to help others. And let me explain something. 2 out of the 3 of these bullet points have the word help in them. So we know now the heart of the leaders, the president, and the CEO of this company. It is to help others. So if you're one that wants to help others and you want to get paid to do so, again, you're in the right place at the right time. Now let's talk about our services because our services are simply impeccable. We have Freedom Wealth. That is for individuals who understand you've had some credit challenges in the past. We still have people that are literally getting over COVID. The COVID epidemic and how it just shook them. I'm one of the individuals that got COVID, had to be hospitalized, came home, couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't type, couldn't do any of that. Took me over a year to be rehabilitated. What do you think that did to my bills if I could not work? Thank God I had a savings. But even in that, my credit really took a hit. This Freedom Wealth program will help control my wealth by getting my credit where it needs to be. No, we're not a credit restoration company. What we do have is a system that allowed me to DIY my credit, and I'm excited because we found out today that lawyers have been added to the platform. So now, if there's something that I'm disputing that isn't correct, I've got lawyers that will go out and do it on my behalf. I am very excited about that. And we've got Freedom Pay. That's our merchant processing system. Anybody in here sell products? Put a 1 in the chat if you do. You know you got to pay a merchant processor to get the money from that client to your bank account. Well, do they pay you anything? The ones that I've used in the past didn't pay me anything, but didn't have a problem billing me every month. Well, that's about to change. We have Freedom Health. I'm back at the top on the other side. Affordable health care. This is something that is so close to our president's heart. You know, he had, a tragedy in his family. His father died prematurely. And because he did not have the income that he wanted to use to take care of his health, that inspired our president, Ryan Ragland, to increase his knowledge of healthcare and how he could bring it to the this place, so that we could share it with others because he didn't want anybody else to suffer that tragedy. We also have freedom funding. Guys, this is a business funding solution. If you're a business owner, put the number 2 in the chat because that's a whole nother responsibility. Business owners know whether you're a new business, an old business, getting business funding is difficult. Not anymore because we have over 16 products, over 177 lending opportunities for businesses. So if you need funding, you're in the right place. We've got Freedom BCA, that is Business Credit Academy. Let me tell you, we had one of our leaders. We call him Jeff Trills because his moniker is he's a trillionaire. He explained how the Business Credit Academy works. What happens is you upload your business information into this portal. It's going to analyze your business. You know how they have these machines and you put your hand on the machine and it'll analyze your body? It's pretty much the same thing, just in a financial way. So when this happens, it will tell you this is what is good about your business when banks look at their underwriting process, and these are the things that you got to correct. Once you correct those things, you are going to get a guaranteed up to 50K or more income because now you can pass the banking underwriting process. That is amazing. So we don't have to say no ever. I love that. Somebody put fire in the chat for that. We have Freedom Life. That's going to be our securing your legacy. Now, I just want to go over quickly what we have. We got when you get a service, you're going to have membership. And we know, we've heard membership has its privileges. You have no idea. The first day I came into the business, I was out of town and I needed something. I put in the zip code where I was at, and free coupons started popping up I could use anywhere. From me buying clothes to me buying food to me buying house things for my home. Just free coupons right then and there. Why? Because I am a member. We have healthcare solutions. Anybody like to travel? Put a 1 in the chat or a T in the chat for travel. We have a travel club that we have already started using to get hotels and airline tickets, whatever we need. It's right there. Estate planning, because we believe in not talking legacy, but we believe in living a legacy and living it and leaving it. We have merchant services, life insurance is coming. We also have business loans right now and credit restoration. This is the crown jewels of this company, and we absolutely love them because they are the top notch services. These are not services that you can just get anywhere. A lot of time and energy have been put into them, and they are A plus. So I'm here to talk to you about becoming an independent broker. Why? Because we're helping 1 million people. If we're doing that, we need people across the United States. This is a 50-state play. So what does that mean, Coach K? It means that if I'm in North Carolina, I can have a Brenda Colston in Minnesota. I can have Chantel in Wisconsin. I can have, an individual that's in Atlanta. I can have 2 reps that are in Texas. We can be a brokerage anywhere in the US. So even though I'm in North Carolina, I can be a brokerage anywhere. So those of you all who love training, I love training. I have a consulting firm to train. That's how much I love training. That's the first thing I look at when I come into a company. And what I loved about it is that the training was already stellar, but the owners were open to making it even better. So when you come in, you don't have to create training. Anybody ever been in a business and you got to create extra training because your team just needed extra support? You don't have to do that here. We have all the tools and the training support that you need. Now, do I have any green, any emerald personalities, people that need questions answered all the time? You're not going to have to worry about that because we have a personalized virtual back office that's going to keep track of all the statistics. And what is about you that you want to make sure that your customers are taken care of? Your customers are your main priority. No worries there. When you come in, we've got a top-notch customer service team that can answer questions. And guess what? We could even put open tickets in our back office to help expedite our requests. We also have our own website, and it is a very professionally done website that it's very easy to use. Just by a few clicks, your clients will know exactly what they need and what they have to pay for the services that they require. Now, with all of this, you've got to have a great marketing program, because if you don't, you have a Maserati sitting on the shelf. We don't want it on the shelf, we want it on the highway. So, what we have is a comprehensive marketing system that's already embedded that gets you out into the marketplace. So, how do you do this? We're going to keep it very, very simple in 3 steps. Number one, let people know what you're doing. You can't be a secret agent out here. Just a simple post. Do you know of any businesses that need loans, right? Do you know of anybody that needs a guaranteed up to 50K or more loan? Do you know of anybody who needs to work on their business credit, or anybody who needs to get their business started properly? Just simple questions, learning the questions to ask to get the engagement. We're going to teach you that too. Then you direct them to your top notch website so that they can go and learn on their own and be led by the information that's on that site. We're doing most of the work for you. And then you help them by giving them your link so that they can sign up with your credentials and then become a part of your network. All of this for 129. Just not 129 every day, not 129, every second, just 129 one time, and $49 a month. Now, I have some testimonies of 3 people that's in this business already. And let me explain something to you. They just got the Business Credit Academy. It was like a copy of that. One person paid 5,000, one person paid 6,000, one person paid 5,500. We have that in this system for a fraction. When I say a fraction, a millifraction of that, and you have access to share that service for just 129 and $49 a month. That is simply amazing. So now I am going to move out of the way at this point, because we have none other than our Coach Kev on the line, and he is going to move forward with this to finish this presentation. Coach Kev, are you there?
Absolutely, Coach K. Oh my lantern. Hey, did you guys see? She was about to keep going. She was so fired up. She about to break down the income. You heard her tell you she loves training. She loves educating. She loves empowering. She was this close to taking it home. Thank you so very much, Coach K. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your consistency. You just heard, guys, from a top leader in the industry. Now, if you got value, put some heart emojis. I don't want the fire. I want you to put some heart emojis inside of the chat, because we got to show her that love. So you just heard from a mom, you just heard from a top producer in the industry, you just heard from a CEO, right? You just heard somebody that's a business builder in a major FinTech company, and you just heard from a top producer in this company. Now, if you're invited by Coach K, don't take her time for granted. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If you don't sign up ASAP, everybody who you know will sign up with her. And don't worry, she'll train them. She'll train them, and you can watch her all the way to the bank. So thank you so very much, Coach K. I love to actually present with you, because not only do you bring the energy, but you have us thinking about things with your story, your experiences on why we all need to do better, and the power of this movement. So thank you so very much. She gave me the easy part. I get a chance to share with you guys some information that could potentially change your life if you allow it to. If you can see on the screen, of course, 129, if you can see that, put yes or yes inside of the chat. I'm curious. I'm just asking for a friend. If you can see that, put yes or yes inside of the chat. It just talks about the business program. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. All right. So I'm gonna cut my camera off so you're not looking at my ugly mug. and I'm gonna get right into it. And I'll be back, of course, but I wanted to make sure you guys can see that. Now, let's move on. Now, we're going to talk about the 5 ways that you get paid. Remember, the fintech industry is major. Now, if you didn't realize this, you're already in the fintech industry. Watch this. Have you ever used PayPal? Put yes or yes inside of the chat. I'm curious, but I'm just taking you somewhere. Have you ever used PayPal? Okay, you've been in the fintech industry. Have you ever used Cash App? Put yes or yes in the chat. Okay, you've been in the fintech industry. Have you ever used Venmo? You've been in the fintech industry. Those of us about the crypto, right? Have you ever used Robinhood? You've been in the fintech industry. Have you ever heard of Stripe? You've been in the fintech industry. Now we're going to show you how you can benefit financially just from you understanding the industry, because we're in front of something major. You heard Coach K talk about this, but remember, in 2030, 700 billion with a B, it will be one of the major transfer of wealth in the world. Okay. And we have 2 great testimonials coming up at the end. So you want to stay to the end. So let's talk about these 5 different ways that you can generate revenue. So let's talk about the first 2: direct commission and residual income. And let me explain how simple residual income. You pay Amazon right now residual income, right? What's that program Amazon have? Somebody put it inside the chat. I know y'all been ordering this last week. What's the program Amazon have? Somebody put it in the chat. Let me know. You know what it is. You the Prime. Look, Prime. So guess what? Every 30 days when you pay your Prime bill, you're paying Amazon residual income. Here's the magic question for you. Would you like to get paid residual income? Yes or yes? Would you like to learn how you can get paid residual income just referring those services you heard Coach K talk about? Absolutely. I never met anybody who said no, right? So let's talk about this. So let's say you meet someone and they say, you know what? I need help becoming mortgage ready, right? I need help getting approved for a home loan. I need help getting approved for a business loan, right? I need help. And they say, man, I have some credit issues. And then you enroll them on the program that includes, right, a boost to their credit. That's $189 they'll pay. They're investing to themselves. That's $75 for you. Okay, so just think of that as the 40%. Now, monthly, they will be investing $99 a month. So for you, what does that mean for you? You would generate roughly $30 residual income for the life of every single customer. That's how you could get paid by Amazon, like Amazon. That's how you can get paid like Netflix. And think of any other subscription that you have that you pay every single month. Now you're a business and you can do the same and build this like a broker. So these are the first 2 ways you'll be able to get paid. Now let's go over the third way. Stay with me. All right. Oh man, this is one of my favorite. This is what we call in the industry predictable income. That means you can actually predict your income. You know how when you work a job and you kind of look to see your time clock and you adding everything up to figure out what your check gonna be? That's predictable income. The only difference is, and nothing wrong with corporate America, you really can't change it as much, right? Unless you put in more hours, unless you get OJT, unless you get overtime. Now, this is predictable because it's based off of points. Every enrollment, every customer, every product that you enroll, there's points. Now, here's the beauty of it. Right now, there's a major promo, and I'm going to show you at the end, they're doing double points. Somebody put double points inside of the chat. So what does that mean? That means you can get to this predictable income faster, 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 right? Oh, anybody else want to put double points? Anybody else? Just 2 of you. Okay, just 3 of you. All right, the rest of you already got money. I got you, Barbara. I got you, Tritheta. I got you, Yolanda. I got you, Jeanette. I got you, Copa Financial. I got you, Robin. We the only ones? All right, I got you, Rod. All right, I see you, right? So predictable income, leveraging this momentum that's happening, leveraging this promotion that's happening. So when you enroll them on a product, boom, you get double points. All right. And look, let's say you tell me, coach, I just want to make $100 a week every week. Just get 3 points every week. Simple. Pretty simple. What if you want to do 1,000? Can anybody Answer that. If you wanted to generate $1,000 every Friday, somebody put inside of the chat how many points you need to accomplish that week. Anybody, tell me. Put it inside of the chat. 15. This is an open book quiz. That's it. I'm done. I'm gonna move to the next slide. I don't even need to beat a dead horse. And you know what happens when you hit 20 points? That's 2,500. 2,500 times 4 times a month. That's 10K. That's predictable income. I could never do that at my job. Let's move on. Now we're talking about leadership. So I showed you the first way. I showed you the second way. I showed you the third way, right? Now we're gonna talk about the fourth way. Now, this looks like a lot of numbers. But somebody tell me what's a good franchise that they like. Put it inside the chat. What's a good restaurant franchise that they're familiar with? Let me see. Let me see who can help me out. Give me a good franchise that you know about. Put it inside the chat. What's the name of that franchise? Anybody? Let me know. Put it inside the chat. I'm gonna think of one myself. Chick-fil-A, one of my favorites. McDonald's, right? So let's talk about Chick-fil-A because I love me some Chick-fil-A, right? And that Chick-fil-A sauce is serious. Y'all don't know about that. Now, imagine you had a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Florida. You had one in Texas. You had one in North Carolina. You had one in Alabama. You have one in California. You have one in Philadelphia. Each location, guess what? They're going to make money. Now, because you are the owner, you're the broker, you're the main person, we're leveraging a broker model, right? When that location, when that organization, when that team gets paid, so do you, right? So let's say, for instance, you had 10 people, 10 leaders all over the country. They get a bonus of $500 based off what they do. You get up to 20%. Now, 20% of $500 is $100. Imagine those 10 leaders, you times that $100 by 10, that's an extra $1,000. So you have a way you can make weekly income. You have a way you can make residual income. And then this is what we call leadership check match bonus. These are bonuses because you decide to build a team. Remember, your network is your net worth. So today, you want to do whatever it takes, especially because of this incentive that we have. You want to share this with everybody. And don't worry, we have some other meetings today that you can invite people to. And after you hear these testimonials, this is going to blow your mind. So now let's go over my favorite way. This is the infinity bonus. Now, if there's a particular bill that you would love to get paid off, put it inside of the chat. I'm going somewhere with this. Put it inside of the chat. If there's a bill you've been praying on, if there's a bill you've been asking God to help relieve you of, if there's something you've been thinking about and you didn't know how you were going to get it, you can use this. Use this as the vehicle to help you get that done. If it's rent, if it's a house mortgage, if it's debt, whatever you're trying to do, use this as that and call that bonus that. It's not the infinity bonus. It's your rent bonus. It's your get out of debt bonus. It's your food bonus. It's your car note bonus. Now, to reach the first milestone, to generate $1,000 every 30 days, just with these points, that's 150 points. Some people are doing that in 30 days. Some people are doing that less. Some people are taking longer or shorter. But imagine if you had an opportunity to do that. You do. And when you think of the next promotion, which is the next bonus level, which is 300 points for $2,000, that's $24,000 added to your annual income. And you could be doing this part-time. So if you have a job, keep your job. You got kids, keep your kids. If you got a dog, keep your dog. Imagine just unlocking these points and like clockwork, you can generate another stream of income. And this is the fifth way we get paid. So what do you get when you decide to partner up with us? Well, first thing I want you to understand, you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. Your business is on your own term. You build it the way you want to build it. But I do want to recommend, right now, there's so much massive momentum that is happening right now. You have to strike the iron while it's hot. Training is provided for you. There's weekly and monthly bonuses. This is a unique approach to entrepreneurship. As I mentioned, you can be flexible. You can work anywhere in the world as long as you have internet. You get your own website. Now, do you think when Coach K was consulting with all of these companies all around the world, do you think those companies had websites? Absolutely. And I promise you, their websites alone was in the thousands. So the fact that this comes with your business in a box is a game changer. See, one of the things that I love about the owners of this company is that they're putting everything in your hands for you to control. See, you can't say it's too much to do it. You can't say, I don't know what to do. You can't say, I don't know where to start. We're going to show you. You don't know how to do the business, but we do, and we're going to show you how. Right now, there's a promo. It's a Black Friday promotion happening right now. Not only should you get enrolled immediately, but any questions you have, we're going to stick around and answer any questions you have because we have training coming up at 12 p.m. and you can get enrolled right now and then hop on this training to learn how you'll be able to make thousands of dollars in the next 90 days. And this is guaranteed if you follow our simple system. By now, you're ready to go. You're ready to get started. It's $129 down, $49 a month. By you enrolling and getting 3 points a month, that pays for your services. Actually, less. But my point to you is you'll be able to do this. If you want to become a referral partner, you can refer anybody to the person that invited you. They'll probably take care of your lunch. Right now, we're going to open up for any questions you may have, but I also wanted you to understand this double point opportunity has never been done in the history of this company. You're at the right place at the right time, but it's important for you to take advantage. And why am I telling you that? Well, there's so many people that are getting promoted. Can you see this promotion on your screen from Miss Tiffany? If you can see that, put yes or yes inside of the chat. I just want to make sure you can actually see this promotion on the screen. And it's not just her, right? It's so many other leaders. We have Dr. Michelle Cover hit one of the pinnacle positions, regional vice president. Do you think she makes some money in this company? And she's going to be the leader at 12 p.m. to show you how to catapult your business to new heights. Are you ready? And as different individuals are pouring into this company, you're going to have access to top leaders. And more people are joining the team. Jessica just joined the team. We have another promotion, vice president, the money employer. Dr. Tangela Collins Myers, not only is her team continuously exploding, but she has servant leadership. So you are next. You're going to be the next person on this promotion block. You will be the next person that's in line to reach new heights. But your next step is to get enrolled. So the person that invited you, they're going to send you a website that looks just like this. You're going to go here to where it says opportunity. You're going to go to where it says start your business, fill out this information, make sure you put you're not a robot, go to the next step and get enrolled immediately. I do want to stop right now and see if there's any questions. Coach K will come back up and we'll be able to answer any questions you guys may have. Go ahead and put it inside of the chat. Huge congratulations to every single leader that not only have already completed their promotion, but running to help other leaders right now get this promotion so they can help their families. Go inside of the chat. If there's any questions you have, we'll be able to answer it, but you already know what you need to do. And as we're waiting for different individuals to come inside to get enrolled and ask questions, I want to share a story with you. Have you ever been broke before? If you've ever been broke before, put some heart emojis in the chat. If you ever said to your kids, no, I can't afford it, and it hurt you to the core, put some heart emojis inside of the chat. If you ever had a family member, your mom, your aunt, your sister, your brother, ask you for money and you just couldn't do it. My question is about placement feature. We're going to go over that placement at 12, right? We'll go over that. But in reference to the placement feature, you can actually move someone under someone to help them reach a promotion. Good question. But if you've never experienced telling a family member no, and it's breaking your heart, you're not living. You don't know why we have so much excitement. I'll never forget going to the grocery store. This is how I knew I was broke. I went to the grocery store down here in South Florida. We have Publix. Of course, there's a Walmart everywhere. So I went to Publix, and I knew I didn't have a lot of money. And I start, getting the stuff, some of the stuff that I needed. And then I got to the line, and I had a few people in front of me. And don't act like you ain't do this. I grabbed my phone and I looked at my account. If you've ever done that, put some heart emojis inside of the chat. And when I looked at my account, I started then counting. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, two, all right, four, all right, seven. You start adding everything up to figure out if you can afford it. And if you ever had to put things back, sitting in the line, I knew I was broke. And when I looked at my bank account and I said, man, like, God, I need you to do something. I need you to help me. Lo and behold, he put so many opportunities in front of me and I didn't move. You're looking at a way that you can change everything. You're looking at a way where you can help increase your bank account. You're looking at a way where you can fix what you're ashamed of. And I'll never forget the moment when I got in the car and I finally paid. I was mad. See, you got to get mad about your situation. You got to get mad that, that you're looking at things and you can't take advantage of it right now. Use that anger. Use that to get enrolled today. You have to get started today. See, tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. So many people try to get to the bag. Everybody want to get to the bag. The bag is in front of you. You have leadership. You're going to have teammates. You're going to have a community of people that's going to help you. And I want to tell you ahead of time, welcome home. But if you want to move, if you want to increase your income, if you want to improve your credit, if you want to get the funding that you need for your business, you got to get started. Don't wait. Don't go out and spend all this money to help everybody else. What about you? What about you? What about you? I had to share that story with you guys. Sorry, I got a little emotional, but I just want you to understand that like this is real life. It's real life. And you will be the lender and not the borrower. You will be the first millionaire in your family. You will be the curse breaker. You will. But we got to help you. And remember, you don't know what to do. We do. And we're going to show you how. All right, all right. Coach K, I know Coach K over there. Coach Cal, get him, Coach Cal. Anyway, any questions, guys? Put it inside of the chat. We would love to answer any questions. I did see one question on the about placement. We have a training that's going to be happening at 12, so you'll learn a lot about placement as well. But yes, you could help your team, Dr. Steve. So that's definitely a good question. Any other questions? If there's no questions, put no questions inside of the chat. Thank you so very much, Barbara. I could not do it without Miss Coach K setting the tone over here. But at the end of the day, we can say great job. We can have all these stories. We don't want people to go back to what they need help with. We was all there before. And now it's time to take advantage of what's already given to you. All right, so now we're going to bring up these testimonials. Let's bring up the first gentleman, Mr. Rod Farrell, and then I'll bring up this powerhouse. Rod Farrell is not only a veteran, he's a leader. He's someone who's a top producer in this industry. He's also a finance manager, so he's seen his fair share of individuals with troubled credit. I want you to hear why he got started with this company and how has this company not only helped him financially, but how this company he sees in the future can change the trajectory of his wife. And then lastly, yesterday was him and his wife anniversary. So please put some happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Farrell inside of the chat. Mr. Rob Farrell, we're gonna have him do a quick testimonial. Let me make him co-host. And then we will bring him up. Rod, I think you may have to do it, Coach K, but let me see. All right, there you go, Rod. You should be good to go.
Hello, hello, good evening, good and good afternoon to everyone here. Guys, this has been quite a journey. I'm going to tell you just real quick, I'm going to be brief. I'm a cancer survivor, right? And when you find out that you got that C word, a lot of things go through your mind, right? You think about things you could have done, things you could have done better. And one of my things was being a better steward over my finances and also leaving a legacy for my children's children, right? Because my finances through me having those cancer treatments was trash, right? But I came across this industry and it improved my finances and got me back what I call economically viable. So the only thing, the only transition then was to share this with more people. I couldn't wait to. I see people every day coming to the dealerships that have no idea about financial literacy, have no idea why their credit is bad, and don't know where to start, or better yet, who to trust. Well, we set out, my wife and I set out on a journey, on our mission, on our purpose to help others through their personal credit and what it was doing for them. And then came along FinTech. It was our only logical transition to be able to use this suite of products that we have. You heard how Coach K went over them so eloquently. We can help everybody right here. So I am so excited with what the impact that this is making in our communities. And also, we're earning extra income just by doing it, right? Impact equals income. And we are so excited for the future of ourselves and also what we're going to do in our communities with this platform. Thank you guys for letting me share.
Oh man, thank you so very much. And guys, you just heard from a top producing broker with this amazing company with a wealth of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. Him and his amazing wife not only continue to forge away in Alabama, but they have a heart to serve. This young lady I'm bringing up next, Miss Yolanda Mead, you already know who she is. She's a tax expert. She's a mother. She's a go-getter. She keeps it all the way 100. She's a techie. It's so many different titles she has. She's a top producing broker with this amazing company. She has a huge team. And if you're invited by her or Rod, don't take their time for granted. When you hear her story right now, you're going to be excited for where you are because I'm telling you, you can do this. Without further ado, Miss Yolanda Mead, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. I want to give it back to you and Coach K. Y'all did an amazing job with the presentation, laid it out clear as day. I like stuff straight to the point, so you guys did an amazing job. So I started in this industry about like 6 years, going on 7 years. I was introduced in the credit industry by Dr. Michelle Kofer, and she said, "Hey, jump into Texas." So I jumped into Texas, and then I went from there, and I scale rocketed. But I always was looking for something more. I was helping clients doing business credit by myself, and I'm like, this too much time consuming. I need something autopilot. And then this came into my hand, and FinTech is here. And when I jumped into the industry with FreedomPath, this was my first time being exposed to it, right? Now, the banks that I deal with to help clients with their taxes are now being exposed to FinTech as well. So that let me know something right there. I got a nugget in my hand that I can help more tax offices right now. So if these banks are doing it with their taxes, why not make it make sense for our tax office for ourselves? So I jumped into it, start helping clients with their business credit, business funding. And I was very amazed where I spoke to Ryan about how we got 177 lenders. So now I can help more of these businesses on the back end and scale. Now I can help them with business credit. We got to get that grounded first, and now help them with that. Miss K says it phenomenally. That home of the 50K program. I love it. So now I help them, and FinTech is here and it's really helping my tax offices. I jumped in and started bringing more tax professionals on board because this is something they needed and they want it right now for their office. But it's here and I love it. Thank you so much for letting me share.
Oh man, thank you for sharing. Did y'all hear the clues? Whoever did your taxes, you got to get them in front of this. Tell them about what you just heard Miss Me say about how she's helping her clients. They can do the same thing. And guess what? You could benefit financially. Hey, you told people about the hairdresser. You told people about the restaurant. You told people about that movie you ain't get paid for. Why not be in front of that money train? Thank you so very much, Miss Yolanda Me. And guys, at the end of the day, helping businesses are critical. These businesses not only need help, but it's vital because that's the fabric of the United States. And people don't realize United States of America is a business. Every state is actually a business. Right? That's sometimes it go over people's head, but it is. So any other questions before we go? Coach K, you want to add anything before we end it? I know we about 20 minutes over, but I do want to give you an opportunity if possible.
Just wanted to say thank you all so much. And I'm just going to say this, take action. You've heard everything that you need to hear. You just need to take action and listen. Don't let procrastination get in your way. It's you think it's going to be here, but people are being positioned right now for momentum positioning. So don't wait until Monday. Go ahead and get back in touch with the person that got you on this call and tell them, yeah, I'm ready now, not later, right now. That's it.
And we gone. See you on the other side.